Welcome back to the channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Castaway car. So, this is the video that many of you have been waiting for. And that's regarding the backyard updates of our place in the Philippines. Now, I want to take it a step further, and as a foreigner, expect the first 2 or 3 deals you do in the Philippines, you're going to pay the foreigner tax. What I would advise is, and our backyard is a very good example, and this is just common sense. Most of you probably do this in your own countries back home or anywhere in the world where you might be living, is get multiple quotes. And general consensus would say never choose the cheapest and don't go with the most expensive either. Common logic would say usually go somewhere around the middle, which is what we did. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is knowing what things are worth, right? How long something takes, and the most important thing is, if you can, pay by the project. Never pay by the day.
It's like a full contract of the job.
Yeah.
Not on a daily basis, like a salary on a daily basis. Because when you pay for a salary basis, there is potential or a risk that the workers will stretch the job, like take it more days so that they can continue to earn, which is
almost guaranteed.
You can't blame them for doing that.
The first people we contacted were like a professional landscaping company on Facebook. And
some sort of like a popular landscaper.
Yeah. Which we've mentioned before, you have to be careful about, because a lot of those guys will just take photos of somebody else's project and claim it as their own. So again, this is the juggling act that you're doing here in the Philippines. Now, how much did he quote us when he came out? It was a fair bit.
About 280,000 pesos. That's including for materials,
that was
plants.
The grass too, yeah, the turf?
Yes, everything all in for 280,000 pesos. If you think about it from a Western perspective, it's still expensive.
I'll put the conversion rate in Australian dollars up on the screen for you.
We thought that that's way too expensive.
Yeah.
And then we've inquired one of our like connection. The people
the
people who installed our
all the windows in the
house. glass doors.
Yes,
and then
doors.
she has a connection, like some people that she can hire, ask people around that can do the landscaping. And then they went to our place, have seen the place, and then they quoted like almost like
it was. At the end of the day, it was a bit less. We actually paid, I think, in total about 120,000, 130,000, including materials.
About that price. Yeah, they were really good. They planted the turf so quickly. They were able to lay all the shapes that we wanted for the yard, and they've also I've inquired with them if they can find a plants for us. Where we
what do we get? We have 2 bucos,
2 coconut tree, 2 rambutan, and then 2 lanzones.
Which, I don't know how to describe lanzones. She's the expert.
Lychee. It's like a lychee, very similar to lychee. But the problem in the yard is, even though we've planted the turf, still the bushes are really invasive. They grew still over the turf.
It's all sugar
so
cane
it's
grass,
like every week we have to maintain it. Like, I'm lucky enough that I have a sister there, and my brother-in-law is maintaining. They're maintaining the mowing, and they've been a great help for us. And also with the yard, we've few areas we've just put some big pebble rocks, just to create a shape and to create a variety how it would look.
Yeah, we just ordered some black plastic garden edging from Lazada, and I can't remember how much that was, but if I do find it, I'll go back through my purchases and I'll chuck it up on the screen for you, so you can. It was cheap. Basically, what I'm going to say, it was really, really cheap. It probably cost me like 120 bucks to do the whole yard.
Yeah, that's to prevent from the grass to grow.
To make borders.
To make borders also. But yes, the grass was very invasive. Even there was a plastic layered on the base.
Oh, you're talking about the weed matting?
Yeah, the weed matting.
The weed matting.
Yes.
Sorry, I was talking about the edging. But yeah, we got both. Again, very, very cheap. And we also had a concrete garden bed built against the pool wall and the decking wall, or the lanai as they call it in the Philippines.
Yes.
And then just a little step platform at the bottom. So it's
They've
kinda
done
like
a
a
good
little
job with
T-shape.
the garden bed because
Very
they
good
raise it a lot higher, and
Gave us a concrete
they-
pad in front of the shed too.
what they've done is for the soil that they've leveled on the main backyard, they got a little bit of soil from there. They put in the garden bed, backfilled it, and then on top of it they put the pebbles.
Weed, yeah, the weed matting.
The
and then
weed matting and then the
over top.
pebbles.
So
And they-
we'll chuck a few, I guess, some nice planters or some nice pots along that wall and just plant some really, maybe some bananas or some, we want a lot of edible stuff. So, it's practical. We can have that off-grid lifestyle that we've been pushing for and have a lot of self-sustainability in our own food and fruit that we can grow and eat. But I guess the key points that anyone should take away from this video, and if you are aspiring to live somewhere in Southeast Asia, is never pay by the day, always pay by the project. Don't let a bad experience put you off or dishearten you, and it can be disheartening, and it is not fair.
disheartened many times.
But you just got to think of the bigger picture and what do you really want out of your life. It's easy to call it quits and give up just because you get burnt once or twice, but that's part of the process. That's part of growing, and that's part of building relationships and rapport with trustworthy people, that once you have that relationship, it just gets easier from there.
Yeah.
Start hard and let it get easier, but you also have to do a lot of your own due diligence and learn about these things and learn how much things cost and how long things take.
And patience, you have to have a lot of patience.
And every project that you do, you're going to find ways where things could have been done cheaper, quicker, more effectively, more efficiently. And as you go further down the track and as you progress, you'll find ways to mitigate old fuck-ups, and you'll be able to make things easier and implement tactics to make things quicker as you move forward onto other projects. And things don't get worse, they'll just get better. So how do you avoid foreign attacks? Pay by the project as much as you can. Learn as much as you can about the Philippines and the methods in which they work and how they construct, so that you have an idea of time constraints, that you have an idea of how things work. And always make sure to be as involved as you possibly can, or at least have someone you trust be as involved as you possibly can, and don't let it put you off. I've gotten angry many times because of the way things work there, and I've lost my mind, and I'm just, you can't comprehend, because some of the stuff is just, it's a little crazy, especially to us foreigners. We're very impatient people, and we want everything, quick, fast, now, and we don't really know how to wait for things. But maybe it's not a problem with Filipino culture, maybe it's not even a problem with our culture. It's just a readjustment and something that we simply have to adapt to and get used to. And in my opinion, it's absolutely worth it. And they do great work. Like our backyard is looking fantastic, and I know the quality of these videos aren't that great, but we hope that it can give you a good idea of the overall layout and the design of what our backyard is looking like. And even though it's not quite finished, we do still have a lot of things left to do, a lot of decorating.
We need a lot to do of planting. We need plants around the fence, and improve a bit more. But what's important is it's clean now. The soil is removed, like it's not muddy anymore.
Remember, we were burning everything when we were over there last year?
We were burning the dried grass, dried bush. What's important is we can walk safely. It's not bushy. You won't feel yuck because it's muddy. It's pebbled. It's turf, and it looks very spacious.
Yeah.
Very spacious.
Big and open.
So I'm planning to plant a bit more, like of fruits and veggies.
And on that note, we're hoping to go there later this year and also give you guys a much better, overview of how it looks and better footage.
Yeah. So hopefully we can visit this year, and we'll give more updates.
Yeah. So I hope this video helped you out a little bit, and if you do have a pursuit for an off-grid life and for a better quality of life, Philippines certainly is a great place to do it. No denying. I can't say that it's a horrible place. It's different.
But you're not being biased here because you have Filipino.
No, I'm not being biased. Not at all.
There are other Asian countries too that are nice, and
if anything, our house and what we've achieved, although it's taken the better part of 2.5 years, I think, since we started, it's a testament to what is achievable in the Philippines and what you can accomplish. And it's no easy feat, but the bigger picture is we don't have a mortgage, but we're still participating in society here today because we're in no rush. And that's another important point. Do not rush. Don't watch all these vloggers that go, it's amazing, you can live $1,000 a month, and then just rush over there, you know, without any planning, without any preparation, thinking that, oh, they all do it, because it's not that easy, guys. You're going to need money. You've got to find a way to make income. And just if you build a house and if you think you're set up there, you'd be surprised how quickly that money goes away. Especially if you're not earning it, you know, the maths doesn't add up. You know, you're spending but you're not making. So, and as a foreigner, you can't earn money there. It's very, very difficult, even if you tried. So take your time, do as much research as you can, don't be hasty. And there is this Polish saying, and I don't know if I
think
have
you do.
Polish viewers watching. You reckon?
Yes.
So we have this saying.
Remember that guy who commented that he's in America, but he's a Polish guy.
Yeah, I think you actually. Yeah, you're right.
He's a Filipino. No, he's married with a Polish woman
That's
as well.
right.
So you get a Polish audience.
I do have Polish viewers.
A little bit of Polish audience.
So if anyone Polish is watching this, we have this saying. It's like jak nagle to po diable, which basically means anything done with impulse and the devil laughs. Or it can be better translated to, if you rush, things just don't go well. So don't rush, take your time, do as much research as you can. I can't emphasize that enough. Don't get disheartened.
Be patient.
Yeah, be patient. Don't get disheartened when you get burnt, because you will. It's an inherent thing in the Philippines. You're a foreigner. You're going to get caught out by the foreigner tax, but don't let it break you down, because a little side effect like that is not worth you giving up a life that could be far greater than what you've ever experienced. So it's not worth letting it get to you that much. So yeah, maybe take a page out of our book, you know, and hopefully it inspires you, and it pushes you to do something different, to do something a little bit off the beaten path. So yeah, honey,
Backyard Updates is dropped here. It's here.
Finally. Sorry,
So it's nothing very special, but it's something that we'd like to share.
We'd like to share, yeah, and it means quite a bit to us, and yeah, we hope it gives you something to look forward to anyway. So guys, I mean, don't forget to check out our new series, and many more videos about the Philippines coming up. So yeah, we hope you all take care out there, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you guys.